Rising along with the sun is the father.
And this is maybe my most favorite time of the day.
The time spent checking on the family farm near Keensburg. The time doing things a certain way for Mark Arnish.
I try to do this 3 times a week. Every crop, every field.
Rising along with the father is the son, Brett Arnish.
I'm farming with my best friend.
Best friend.
Strangers.
I found him on the side of the road one time.
I adopted him, actually.
A best friend with a better way.
My story is a little bit different. I did never want to come back to the farm.
These are pictures of our family's history, the tradition that is our farm. And
The Arnish family
Grandpa, my grandma, my Uncle Nick.
first started growing sugar beets here in the 1950s.
Agriculture is deeply, deeply rooted in history and tradition.
Brett initially did not want to come back until he discovered what technology can do for certain ways on the farm.
Yeah, so what we have here is a soil moisture probe.
A solar-powered sensor tracking and sending data to their phones.
You know, the alfalfa crop, maybe to the common eye, might look like it's doing fine. Well, actually, we can tell you exactly what it's doing all the way down to 3 feet under the soil.
It took us a little while to understand this, and I challenged Brett hard of, look, I'm not going to depend upon a machine to tell me how to farm.
He initially views it as, well, I've been farming wrong, and that's not the truth. Now we're farming better.
The key, Brett says, is using precious water as efficiently as possible.
We used to start irrigating corn on the 4th of July. Why? Because we always irrigate corn on the 4th of July.
Now, the soil moisture probes tell them exactly when to let the sprinklers flow.
How much water is being taken up by the crop, how much water is being applied by the sprinkler, and how much is just evaporating from the sun.
He pushed back hard and said, you got to trust the technology, you got to trust the process. And at the end of the day, he was right.
Mark says information with intuition changes everything.
That's been the best innovation in my farming career. For the first time, not only can we see inside the soil profile, we can actually see inside the plant.
Now they're working to have the probe communicate with the automated moving sprinkler.
Where the two technologies can talk together and speed up and slow down the pivot as it goes through the field.
Farming is no longer being done the way it used to be. When the tractor starts to plow,
You can literally see him moving through the field.
Mark can monitor the progress and use of fuel.
I can even ping the equipment so that I can actually look at his screen.
When Mark goes to check the grain bins,
I can view them, and we're 1.5 miles away.
Brett can monitor the temperature inside to make sure buyers aren't disappointed.
Because consistency is key for them.
When it's harvest time, Brett can see the crop yield as the machine goes through the field.
But we can see on the inside there where the green is, that those are maybe our most productive acres.
And drones are available to spray crops over large distances. Technology allows them to run a 2,000-acre farm with just a few workers. A father
It's smart to pivot.
learning from a son.
Big TikTok guy, I'm sure.
The farm of the past transformed into the farm of the future.
I think these pictures on the wall are always a constant reminder of where we've been.
Technology isn't everything. It's a lot now, but we still have to be a farmer.
And there's just some things a computer cannot do.
That is definitely the smell test.
With photojournalist Foster Gaines, Nelson Garcia, 9 News.